Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2026 Spring Convocation at the University of Regina. My name is Glennis Sylvester, and I am the University Secretary. One of the best parts of my job is to oversee Convocation celebrations, and as your MC this afternoon, I'm pleased to welcome you to today's ceremony. It's wonderful that you're taking time to be here with your family and friends to celebrate your graduates' achievement. Today, you will witness them receiving their degrees, diplomas, and certificates. We also welcome those of you from all over the world who are watching the ceremony through our live stream webcast. To begin our celebration, it is my privilege to introduce the Thundering Dancing Horse drummers and singers who will join us to help mark this important milestone in the lives of our graduates. In many Indigenous cultures, the drum is understood as the first sound we ever hear, the steady heartbeat that connects us to life, land, ancestors, and community. When a drum sounds, it calls our spirits forward. It lifts us up. It reminds us that we are never on this journey alone. It is customary to present a gift of tobacco to the drummers and singers as an offering of gratitude and respect for sharing their voices and teachings with us today. Tobacco is a sacred medicine used to acknowledge the spirit of the song and the relationships created here. I now invite Rodney Keewatin to come forward to receive this gift. Let's get started. For those who are able, please rise and welcome our platform party and dignitaries, and of course our guests of honor, the 2026 graduating class. Graduates, today the Thundering Dancing Horse drummers and singers have gifted you with an honor song. Traditionally, honor songs recognize warriors upon the successful completion of a difficult mission, such as a vision quest or hunt, times when courage, discipline, and perseverance have been called upon. In today's world, we honor that same spirit in the achievements of our graduates. Completing a university degree, diploma, or certificate takes dedication, sacrifice, resilience, and community support. Today's graduates have faced challenges, stretched their abilities, and grown in ways that may not always be visible, but are deeply meaningful. And so as you prepare to step forward into the next chapter of your lives, this honor song was gifted to you to acknowledge where you have been, to celebrate where you stand today, and to encourage you on the path ahead. In this moment, you are our modern-day warriors. Please remain standing and join in the singing of O Canada, led by student vocalist Britton McGonigal.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, qu'embrasse et porter le paix, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Britton. You may be seated. Welcome, graduates and guests. I want to begin today's ceremony by acknowledging that the University of Regina is situated on Treaty 4 lands with a presence in Treaty 6. These are the traditional territories of the Nehiyawak, the Anishinaabe, Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota peoples, and the homeland of the Métis Michif Nation. We recognize and deeply appreciate the historic and contemporary connection to these lands and are grateful for the ability to meet here today and reaffirm our commitment to truth and reconciliation. You may notice the eagle staff to my left. The eagle staff is a sacred symbol in many First Nations communities and is often compared to the flag of a nation. It represents identity, respect, peace, and the values of the people it stands for. The University of Regina received this eagle staff in 2017 from Elder Roy Bison and his son Teddy. Its eagle feathers represent the president's and vice president's offices, as well as each of the university's faculties. The staff honors the perseverance of First Nations students who work hard to strengthen their lives, families, and communities through education. We are honored to include the Eagle staff in this important ceremony, and we are grateful for the responsibilities it reminds us to carry. I'd like to give you an overview of today's celebration. The Convocation ceremony is rich with tradition. We have a number of special guests on stage, many of whom have a specific role during the ceremony. Our Chancellor will bring greetings. We will introduce and present our honorary degree recipients. Following the presentation, our President will give the Convocation address, and then the graduates, one by one, will be introduced and will proceed across the stage. Guests can follow along during the ceremony by referencing the digital program using the QR code displayed on the large screen. Note that each graduate has also received a paper copy of the program to commemorate this special day. I would also like to make a couple of housekeeping announcements. We expect the ceremony to take no longer than about 2 hours, so about the same as watching a movie in the theater. And similar to that situation, you need to stay to see how it ends. It is important that graduates and guests remain to the end of the program to celebrate the accomplishments of all of our graduates crossing the stage today. In addition, there will be opportunity for photographs of your graduate in their regalia after the ceremony, prior to graduates returning their gowns. So please remain in your seats during the ceremony to avoid blocking the view of other guests. It is now my pleasure to introduce some of our special guests who will take part in this afternoon's ceremony. I will ask them to please rise if they're able and remain standing as they are introduced. I ask that the audience please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Susan Johnston, Associate Dean of Media, Art and Performance and Orator. Shannon Holmes, Associate Professor in Media, Art and Performance and Orator. Dr. Aziz Douai, Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. Dr. James Nichevsky, Dean of Education. Dr. Philip Choi, Dean of Engineering and Applied Science. Dr. Sophie Godet, Doyenne de la Cite Universitaire Francophone. Dr. David Dick, Dean of Media, Art and Performance. Dr. Robin Evans, Interim Dean of Nursing. Dr. Chris Yost, Vice President, Research. Dr. Andrea Sturzik, Associate Vice President, Research. Dr. Stephen King, Senior Researcher to the President. Dr. Jeff Keshin, President and Vice Chancellor. Cadmus Delorme, Chancellor. Dr. David Gregory, Interim Provost and Vice President, Academic. Brad Crasweller, Member of the Legislative Assembly for White City, Quippel. Solomon Sanderson, Honorary Degree Candidate. Elsie Sanderson, Honorary Degree Candidate. Dr. Maria Campbell, Past Honorary Degree Recipient. Dr. Jacqueline Ottman, President of First Nations University of Canada. Dr. Tom Phoenix, President of Luther College. Dr. Joseph Jordan, President of Campion College. Lori Campbell, Associate Vice President, Indigenous Engagement. Nsei Ekong, representing the University of Regina Alumni Association. Haroon Chowdhury, Associate Vice President, International and Grand Marshal. Others on the platform include university senators and former chancellors, faculty members, and members of the leadership team of the University of Regina and its federated colleges. I will ask all of these individuals to rise and be recognized as well. Let's give our platform party a round of applause. You may be seated, platform. Thank you. I would also like to mention that we have a number of representatives from the Executive and Senate of the Federation of Saskatchewan Indigenous Nations joining us in the audience today. Thank you for attending. Let's welcome all of these special guests as well. I now call upon our Chancellor, Cadmus Delorme, to bring greetings.
Hello, Tanse, bonjour. I want to give honor and praise to President Keshen, to MLA Brad Crasweller, to our honorary degree recipients, Mr. and Mr. Sanderson, to Vice Chief of the Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations, Dutch Leroy, to Senators of the Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations, Margaret and Brian. Most importantly, our graduates. I want to thank the drum group, Thundering Dancing Horse, and our Canadian vocalist for starting us off in a good way. Graduates, today is not a finish line. It is proof that you kept going. In the Naheawan language, in the Indigenous Cree language, there's a word called akameamuk. It means keep going, don't give up. You sit here in celebration because you exercised akameamuk. I honor and recognize that today's finish line you did not do alone. You have an army of people that stood behind you. I give praise and honor to your families, to the elders, to your faculty, to your staff, and to your supporters that you're able to cross this stage today. The University of Regina publicly grounds itself in the Treaty 4 and the Treaty 6 territories and names reconciliation as a strategic priority. A degree from this place carries responsibility to serve truth, to repair relationships, and to build trust. The University of Regina's new 2026 to 2035 strategic plan is called Together We Serve, centered on learning, discovery, community partnerships, reconciliation, and innovation. Your degree is not only something you earned, it is something you now carry into service. Graduates, you are entering a messy world. AI, climate pressure, division, cost of living, stress, and trust gaps. The world does not need louder people. It needs steadier people. Graduates, we are proud of what you have achieved. Now go make us proud with what you can do with it. As your Chancellor, congratulations. And I now declare the annual spring convocation of the University of Regina open. Teniki.
Gitchemigwich, Eminent Chancellor, President, Vice Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, graduates, faculty, staff, students, distinguished guests, Indigenous and non-Indigenous leaders, family and friends, and miigwech also to Thunder Dancing Horse for ensuring that we begin this celebration and this honoring in a good way. Today, it's my profound honor to present two extraordinary leaders, nation builders, educators, knowledge keepers, whose lives have transformed the landscape of Indigenous governance, education, community well-being in Saskatchewan and across Canada. Elder Solomon George Sanderson and Elder Elsie Mildred Sanderson. two people that cannot be viewed apart because much of what they do is done as one. Together, Elsie and Saul Sanderson have dedicated more than half a century to advancing Indigenous rights, strengthening Indigenous institutions, revitalizing Indigenous knowledge systems, and empowering future generations through education. Their contributions have shaped not only First Nations and Métis communities, but also the very institutions that continue to serve Indigenous peoples today. Born at James Smith Cree Nation in 1941, Solomon George Sanderson emerged as one of the most influential Indigenous political leaders of his generation. As chief of James Smith First Nation, chief of the Federation of Saskatchewan Indian Nations, and as a founding leader of the Assembly of First Nations, he championed Indigenous self-determination and inherent treaty rights. He was instrumental in opposing the 1969 White Paper and advancing the principle of Indian control of Indian education. Through tireless advocacy at home and internationally, his leadership was paramount in securing the constitutional recognition of Aboriginal and treaty rights through Section 35 of the Constitution Act 1982. He represented Indigenous peoples at the United Nations, chaired the World Assembly of First Nations, and advanced a vision of Indigenous sovereignty that continues to influence public policy today. Yet, among his most enduring achievements was his commitment to Indigenous education. Saul Sanderson helped establish some of the most significant Indigenous-controlled institutions in Canada, including the Saskatchewan Indian Cultural Centre, SICC, the Saskatchewan Indian Institute of Technologies, SIIT, and the Saskatchewan Indian Federated College, now First Nations University of Canada. His unwavering belief that Indigenous peoples must control their own educational futures helped create opportunities for generations of Indigenous leaders and will continue long into the future. Alongside him throughout this remarkable journey has been Elsie Sanderson, a visionary leader whose influence has been equally profound. Born in the historic Métis community of Cumberland House and raised within a rich network of family, language, and traditional teachings, Elsie has devoted her life to preserving and sharing Indigenous knowledge. As an educator, researcher, curriculum developer, cultural advisor, and elder, she has dedicated herself to strengthening families, communities, and future generations through the traditional teachings and cultural renewal. Elsie's leadership helped shape many of the foundational institutions and governance structures that emerged during a transformative period in Indigenous history. Working within the Federation of Saskatchewan Indian Nation, she played critical roles in organizational development, policy implementation, and institutional building. Her work often occurred behind the scenes, but its impact continues to be felt throughout Indigenous education today. Beyond her institutional contributions, Elsie has become widely respected as a cultural teacher and knowledge keeper. For more than 35 years, she has shared teachings on Indigenous philosophies, worldviews, treaty relationships, parenting, family healing, traditional life skills, and community wellness. Through workshops, ceremonies, curriculum development, and mentorships, she has guided countless of individuals in reclaiming culture, identity, and belonging. Her contributions to Traditional parenting programs and family healing initiatives have strengthened Indigenous families across Saskatchewan and beyond. Together, Saul and Elsie embody the Indigenous principle of Wakotowin, the understanding that our greatest accomplishments are achieved through relationships, reciprocity, and collective responsibility. Their partnership has been one of shared purpose, mutual support, and unwavering commitment to the well-being of Indigenous peoples. While Saul often stood at the forefront of national political movements, Elsie provided the steady intellectual, cultural, and organizational leadership that helped sustain those efforts and ensure they remain grounded in Indigenous knowledge systems. The institutions they help build continue to educate students, revitalize languages, strengthen communities, and advance Indigenous self-determination. Their vision lives on in the thousands of graduates, leaders, educators, and community members who have benefited from their work in the generations that are yet to come, creating ripples at least 7 generations into the future. It's fitting that the University of Regina and the First Nations University of Canada recognize these 2 distinguished elders together. Their lives remind us that meaningful change is never the achievement of one individual alone, but the result of relationship, shared commitment, and collective vision. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you Elsie Mildred Sanderson and ask that you confer upon her the degree of laws honoris causa. I also present to you Solomon George Sanderson and ask that you confer upon him the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and the consent of the Senate of this university, I consent to admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa and invest you with the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Eminent Chancellor, President Kushan, distinguished guests, and especially our graduates. My sons and daughters, daughters-in-law, and my siblings, our grandchildren, our nieces and nephews, and spouses, some whom have traveled great distances. 6 years ago, I traveled to Minnesota, Minneapolis, to go and watch my daughter-in-law who was in the crowd and her husband receive their doctorates in pharmacy. I never dreamed she'd be here watching me get one too. Thank you, family, for being here to help us celebrate our honorary Doctors of Law degrees. I love you all so much. You are always my inspiration. To the folks whom I hold in highest regard, who believed that I could be eligible for an honorary degree from the University of Regina and then went right to work to make it happen. Much love and respect and gratitude. To the University of Regina, I am deeply grateful for the honor and recognition of my long time effort to help restore and revitalize our people's rights and interests. I shall proudly carry my new connection to the University of Regina with respect and honor. I am honored and grateful to our First Nations University of Canada, which played a big role to make this recognition and honor for Saul and I happen. I continue to support First Nations University of Canada's ongoing developments as I have since its beginnings. I commend the University of Regina for taking the chance to give the First Nations University a home at the time in our Canadian history that was highly skeptical that First Nations could run their own education institutions. I thank you for supporting the First Nations unity through its growing pains and for continuing to respect its goal towards independence. Today, research shows that there is a worldwide interest in the First Nations model and why it is so successful, particularly from Indigenous peoples in other parts of the world. To those crossing the stage today to receive their degrees, I wish for you and your loved ones the best life. Wherever you go, whatever you choose to do with your education, when your education is done here, I wish you great success. Perhaps this piece of advice I can offer can be helpful as you navigate through life. In our Cree Métis culture, we learn that we come to walk this earth with definite goals. One goal everyone that comes to earth has is to make this place so that all life can continue and flourish. Everyone. And we all come with the tools necessary to help us to do our part towards that goal. One is a purpose. We're born with a purpose in life and how to achieve it. Two, we have a plan. We came with a plan to guide our life's journey towards that goal. And a goal with the skills and talents to carry out your plans and to achieve your purpose. Safe travels home.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here to receive the Doctor of Law degree. After 70 years, I think I deserved it. I started in Indian. I started in Indian politics when I was 15 years old. So it's been a long road, but I saw a lot of achievements over the years, and especially in the field of education. At James Smith, we took control of Indian education in 1972. The president last night at the supper said, what is the greatest thing that you've seen achieved for our young people historically and today? Well, when we started Indian control of education at James Smith in 1972, we examined the stats and we found that there was five Indians in universities and teachers' colleges in 72. Only 6 Indians employed in education across the province in 72. 1 Indian graduated each year from high school across the province. It's been a hell of a change since we moved on Indian control of education, where we're now graduating thousands of university and high school. A hell of a major change. Employment, 28,000 Indians now employed in education, just in this province alone, never mind across Canada. Now, if we'd done that in every sector, we wouldn't see a problem of having to deal with unemployment. That's the things we have to look at. For you young people, as graduates, I started, like I said, when I was 15 in Indian politics. And one of the elders took me aside. He said, "Young man, you're going to be one of our young leaders that will be making plans for us. I want to tell you something," he said. "You need to know their history, and you need to know our history. Without knowing that, you're going to be making plans that will create barriers for the next generation. As a young leader that's going to be making plans, that's not your job. Your job is to make plans that they can build on from generation to generation." So you're in the same situation that I was in when I was 15 years old, or about 16, 17. You're young people that are going to be making plans. And that advice that I got back then has paid off in many, many ways. The other piece of advice I got as a young leader, they said, "You're very impatient." He says, "Let me tell you something about politics," he said. "There's politics in everything. One of the worst sectors for the politics is in religion, in Christianity. And I know what that's all about, because that has impacted on us through the process of religion and Christianity by trying to abolish us. Still being done today, but we need to change all that." So looking at the graduates here, it looks like a United Nations in terms of the representation I see out there in the crowd. Congratulations to all of you. And I want to say thanks to my daughter Andrea and Dawn, unconditional love, support in the work that we've done. Like on October 18th, I'll have spent 70 years in Indian politics, not Indian administration. I've always focused on the political agenda. You want political solutions? You need political agendas. So don't forget that in your work, because you'll be bogged down in administration and legal issues in your work. The political agenda is the one that's going to make the changes that you need. And for the rest of the family, the boys, Kurt and James and Jason, and your partners, thank you very much for the support that you provided. The same with Sane and J.D. Miller. Thank you for your support. And of course, our own extended families. Very active support in many ways. And for the University of Regina, the president last night, we had supper, and he had a lot of historical questions. His expertise is being a historian, and I picked that up right away at the start of the meeting. But I want to thank you, Mr. President and Chancellor, for the honor that you've bestowed on my wife Elsie and I with a Doctor of Law degree. That speaks loud and clear for the 70 years that I've spent in the Indian politics and the work that's been done with many achievements that are not known today. So the title of my first book will be The Code of Silence. And for example, the colonial policies of the empires and the churches, 500 years old. And the Canadian colonial policy is 150 years old. And many of our people know nothing about those policies, both Indian and non-Indian. Yet those are facts that govern our relationships that are not known and not being taught in any university. Our education system then has to move forward with making those kinds of changes. And one of the big changes will be the political agenda. Our inherent sovereignty with our inherent legal system, jurisdiction and laws of the governments of our nations versus the colonial legal system of the English common law being implemented nationally except for Quebec, where the civil code, French law, is being implemented. So there's a lot of work to be done, and I've used up my 3 minutes, I think. You want to go for another hour? But thank you for the opportunity to be here. And again, I congratulate every one of you. And do take seriously the advice I gave you, because it's very critical. Look at all their faces out there. There'll be just as many plans and strategies that you come up with to move things along. So congratulations again, and thank you for the opportunity.
Eminent Chancellor Delorme, Governor of Saskatchewan Representative Brad Cresswalder, MLA for White City Capel, all our honored guests, and most important of all of you are graduates. You know, as this convocation ceremony began, you heard a land acknowledgement expressing our commitment to pursue reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. Peoples who, for centuries, confronted injustice, especially their forced removal from lands from which they derived sustenance and with which they held and still hold a deep spiritual connection. Now, graduates, that acknowledgement at our university in its fulsome rendition also notes that today the territories upon which you are so privileged to gather are shared by diverse peoples who come to this beautiful province from near and from far. Words that speak the tremendous stake that we all have in working together to understand the truth of our collective past, and from that knowledge to build a better future in which we listen, which we learn from each other. Ideals that are core to education, to understand, not to fear ideas or people. At the U of R, we've been pursuing that noble educational goal for more than half a century. Still, as universities go, we're young, but you'd never think that, you'd never assume that from our incredible growth and our impact from local to national to international. Here now, among our nearly 17,000 students, more than 3,000 of you come from around the world to this very special place, to Saskatchewan. Long a land of hope into which immigrants had long flooded, searching for a better life, often fleeing from persecution and poverty. Something so proudly proclaimed in our official provincial motto, the most uplifting and I would say the most Canadian of all, from many people, strength. Scattered over a vast and often lonely and harsh frontier was created a strong sense of community, of interconnectedness that produced inspiring leaders revered for championing all Canadians. Like those of you who come here today from Prince Albert, John George Diefenbaker, who in his younger days as a crusading lawyer against a flood of prejudice was but a handful of people, public figures defending Japanese Canadians from being interned in the Second World War. And later, as our Prime Minister introduced Canada's first Bill of Rights, protecting fundamental freedoms for all. So why, graduates, do I bring up these points, this province and these people? It is because today, we are living in a world being rapidly changed by technology. One where, as you all know, AI portends incredible speed in how we obtain and how we receive information, but it also threatens our ability to discern truth and to remain connected as a community, where it seems the sophistication and seduction of technology become constant companions, to the point of many feeling greater satisfaction interacting with their phones than with each other, and more emboldened to express themselves in the most extreme ways behind the protection of the computer screen. In a world where mind-boggling amounts of information is available just at the click of a mouse or the swipe of a screen, where the farthest reaches of our planet are linked through cyberspace, and yet we all know in a world where more and more people are feeling lonely and disconnected, more comfortable in the virtual world, and where social media and the fragmentation of sources from which we obtain information create more than ever a populace without common broad understandings or points of agreement of what constitutes our civil society or even basic universally accepted facts. Which brings me to what's so essential to your education and what we celebrate here today, and through you, our hope, our confidence for you to tackle these challenges, to know that information does not mean fact, to recognize the need for human, not just virtual interaction, to value our sense of community, and to remember that technology is always a tool. It is not an end unto itself. Technology and innovation, we all know, are essential for the world of tomorrow. But graduates, remember always that every breakthrough, every triumph to date has been the product of people, and it will always be the case that people determine destiny. Here at university, we have championed and we will always champion learning through interaction with multiple perspectives, learning from people who bring diverse experiences, who challenge each other, but my word, with respect and civility, with the mission to embrace our university or institutional motto of service to the communities in which we all find ourselves. Now, in my role as president, I have the privilege of learning about and often meeting people from across Saskatchewan and indeed from around the world. There are many, many people who have inspired me. Talk about a couple. One's a graduate from the University of Regina, Brad Hornig, who was a hockey player, destined to be selected in the first round of the 1987 NHL entry draft. Brad was 18 years old. He was finishing his time up with the Regina Pats. He was facing a bright and very successful future. But on the ice, Brad experienced a catastrophic injury that left him a quadriplegic. When Brad received an honorary doctorate from the University of Regina in 2018, he talked to all of you, he talked to you graduates about that very experience. In what was an incredibly poignant and impactful speech, Brad told all of you, and I will quote from him, "The bad news is that unpleasant things are going to happen to all of you, to one time or another in your lives. Sadly, that is a fact. The good news, however, is that you have the strength within you to face those challenges in ways that you cannot even imagine right now. Happily, that is also a fact, and it is the most important one for you to remember." Brad is right. There will be difficult days, times of tremendous challenge and pain and heartbreak and loss. In those dark times, I know, graduates, that you will find in yourself the ways in which you can move on in a positive way. As humans, we are all remarkably fragile, and we are all very vulnerable, but we are all also remarkably resilient. Brad, after whom our accommodations test center is named, passed away far too young in 2022. He still acts as an example to all of us about courage and perseverance, of never, ever underestimating yourself, and of always moving forward despite any setback you may face. Others come to mind on a day like this. When it comes to educational leaders, I like to look around their office. I travel abroad and I like to look around their office for the things that they exhibit with pride across vastly different places. The display always, I find, there's inspirational quotes relating to the importance of learning and the lessons that these leaders would like to see imparted. Let me share with you one that I visited when I was in Colombo, Sri Lanka. The principal displayed words from a 20th century entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker who counseled, and I'll share with you. Be strong, but never rude. Be kind, but don't be weak. Be humble, but don't be timid. Be proud, but never ever be arrogant. And while in a high school in a small Saskatchewan town, I met a principal for whom the following quote, that's usually attributable to an ancient Chinese philosopher, provided wisdom to guide all our lives. Watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your actions, for they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, for they become your destiny. What we think, we become. Common to these examples that all of you as individuals, you are masters of your behavior, and those who learn and adapt, who demonstrate initiative, who show up, who model integrity, and are fueled by the unshakable belief that determination yields results, to those people, the future, no matter what will bring you, will be a place of excitement and potential and possibilities and optimism. Graduates, you have all of you have demonstrated incredible talent and potential to get to this day of celebration, which is the launching point for even greater things that await you. Life is going to present numerous pathways. It's going to present numerous opportunities. There are no guarantees. But no matter the setback, there is always a way back, always lessons that we can learn, and always the opportunity to do better the next time. In any circumstance, search for and pursue those things which give you meaning. Look for those things that you love to do. Trust me, they will always be there in one form or another. Gordie Howe, arguably, we can debate this one, but arguably the greatest among all hockey players, who rose to superstardom from humble beginnings in Floral, Saskatchewan, then marked only by a grain elevator and a postal outlet, who received an honorary degree from the U of R back in 1997. Professional career spans 34 years with over 800 goals. Gordie says, you gotta love what you're doing. If you love it, you can overcome all the handicaps and soreness and the aches and pains, and every one of you can continue to play for a long, long time. Your university education, it's opened up infinite pathways to incredible futures, endless ways to make a meaningful impact. Your education has given you the knowledge, I hope, that happiness comes from the belief that what you are doing makes a difference, helps always to improve things, and in that spirit advances knowledge and kindness and understanding and empathy. That is especially important, graduates. It's important today in a world that, on the one hand, it instantly connects you across vast distances, but on the other, it threatens to make us more isolated, suspicious, and increasingly prone to misinformation and manipulation. In meeting such challenges, embrace what these very special years at the U of R have taught you. That is a diverse people in front of me here, in all of our views, in all of our experiences, in all of our solutions, we truly benefit from each other. That for many people, there comes strength. Congratulations, graduates. Drive forward to a better future for all those, for yourself and all those you can touch and motivate and certainly inspire.
Thank you, President Keshen. And now for the main event, the presentation of graduates. Eminent Chancellor,
I got my paper.
I present to you the graduates to be named, on whom you have conferred the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I have admitted you to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which you are entitled and have invested you with the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. I now charge you to use these powers, rights, and privileges with honor and integrity as one who serves.
As we prepare to individually present the graduates in attendance, I would like to acknowledge the achievement of the graduates whose names appear in the official program, but who are not present at today's ceremony. Please join me in acknowledging these graduates.
The Doctor of Philosophy is the highest academic degree conferred at our university. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Dean Dr. Aziz Douai, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving a Doctor of Philosophy through the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. Receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Dr. Juliette Orbe-Nungu Bushi, thesis titled Unveiling the Lived Experiences of Black Students in Elementary and High Schools in Regina, Saskatchewan. Receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Petroleum Systems Engineering, Dr. Yim-Ying Chen, thesis titled Fracture Propagation Models in Unconventional Reservoir Development. Receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial Systems Engineering, Dr. Razieh Niknam, thesis titled A Risk Management Model for Sustainable Capacitated Continuous Covering Location Problem. Receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Electronic Systems Engineering, Dr. Mohamed Giassi, thesis titled Modeling Control and Optimization of Greenhouse with Renewable Energy Integration. Receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Electronic Systems Engineering, Dr. Olufemi Oluyemi, thesis titled Machine Learning-Driven Parameter Extraction for Microwave Filter Design. Receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Dr. Yan Yang, thesis titled Chinese Learners of English as an Additional Language, a case study of integration in new spaces and places. Receiving a Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial Systems Engineering, Dr. Zhen Yang Zhan, thesis titled Chaos Characterization Through Quantification of Poincare Section and Time Series Features in Non-Linear Dynamics. I now present to you the following graduates who are receiving master's degrees through the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. Maîtrise en Éducation Française, Linda Marisol Ahumada Morales. Annie Anafak Kowo. Emily Chartrand. Master of Education, Chris Exon. Nofisat Adafile. Oluwabukola Adeyemi. Shoara Akhtar. Raghad Al-Chal-Ai Hawi. Mahuran Nessa Ali. Elahe Ali Khan. Dishwant Banwari. Juliette Bryan. Harira Butt. Rowana Chan. Jacinta Chandrasekaran. Dwayne Dawkins. Adedayo Diwe. Cassandra During. Alicia Derati. Sheila Farnell Luft. Brooke Fuchs. Patricia Alba Garba. Gregory Hetterly. Dustin Hubick. Nadia Islam. Jennifer Sandy James. Roxanne James Coleman. Amandeep Kaur. Babandeep Kaur. Gurjinder Kaur. Rupinder Kaur. Maria Macris Nagel. Rohes Menzies Morgan. Latoya Mitchell Gabidon. Nancy. Nira. Hong Lon Nguyen. Vanessa Nordmark Bain. Nisa Achitwa. Chioma Olumide Ajibola. Shannon Osak. Tiffany Owens. Kusyani Perisoni. Edward Pazlovsky. Carol Priest. Keisha Remati Ramikison. Sadie Ann Richards Palmer. Jordan Schutz. Kritika Segal. Sonia Seti. Chantel Stewart. Vanessa Wiseman. Rochelle Workman. Master of Indigenous Education, Juanita Thelma Carriere. Samantha Gold. Alana Walls. Master of Applied Science, Anika Tassin Abha. Mohammed Ruhul Amin. Rumpa Chowdhury. Sama Husseini Androod. Naomi Sirel Kandang Biroki. Zongdayo Liu. Sharmin Jahan Mim. Akinkumi Mumin. Rama Murigan. Atif Khan. Nayan Paul. Dinusha Ransingha. Muhammad Hamza Shahab. Behunush Shahidupur Fala. Master of Engineering, Muhammad Alim. Shadrach Ashong. Nayan Dharmendra Bai Brahmata Hamat. Ahmed Elihad Haddad. Ahmed Elsfi. Folashade Folakan. J. Kumar Rajbuhai Galiel. Vasu Goswami. Badi Hajiji. Al Imran. Dev Joshi Kumar Joshi. Danish Kanan. Mohammed Omar Kuflak. Ozar Khan. Sahista Anif Qureshi. Charles Melbourne. Ali Asagar Safi Bey Meta Wala. Ramsha Naim. John Nunemi. Adenolu Ogun Deji. Lena Ousu Kurang. Harsh Sanjay Kumar Pandya. Daval Kumar Dalsukabai Patel. Punjan Ben Ashok Kumar Patel. Prithvi Kirti Kumar Patel. Vayapil Kamar. Kuladeep Kumar Pothredi. Gamali Saji. Mohammed Mahmudul Hassan Shuvo. Randy Sims, Jatinder Singh, Ergavan Taligahani, Bagarv Taravia, Malia Tasman, Setor Chiga, Nke Uram Uwa, Lian Cheng William Wang, Lingji Zhao, Master of Arts, Kojo Agborti, Nelson Ahinkora, Esther Arbanamen, Dorothy Akaelu, Dorcas Edosomawan, Ugone Ezugu, Robin Jensen, Veronique Miro, Bailey Monse-Broughton, Asma Mumene, Omolola Olaleye, Tahiratu Shaban, Master of Fine Arts, Sheldon Brown, Matab Gassami, Arliss Quirin, Sarah Rajbazada De. Okay. The following graduates are receiving graduate and master's certificates. Master's certificate, Vicky Orbuku. Buko? Orobko, pardon me. Vicky Orobko. Join us in congratulating our graduates from the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research.
My name is Susan Johnson. It is my pride, my honor, and my joy to be with you on this, your day of victory. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Dean Dr. James Nahachewski, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving bachelor degrees and certificates through the Faculty of Education. Baccalaureate en Éducation with distinction, Esperance Ehishkaye. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with great distinction, Geneviève Blay. Nadia Dawuda. With great distinction, Acacia Gabrielle. With distinction, Alyssa Howard. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts, Dylan Cram. With distinction, Patience Mabundu Kalitea. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with great distinction, Brianna McPhee. With great distinction, Beatrice Miranda. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts, Caleb Morrow. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts, Nathaniel Olivier. Levi Poirier. With distinction, Abigail Schleppy. Ahmed Suldan. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with great distinction, Coralie Tremblay. Zachary Timchak. With great distinction, Allison Willard. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Alexandra Yaffe. Bachelor of Education, Keenan Erstad. Keelan Atimichuk. Zachary Adams. Ahokas? Maya Ahokas. With distinction, Bailey Anderson. With distinction, Charlie Anderson. With distinction, Olivia Arndt. With distinction, Aliyah Bashu. Shaylin Byer. Anthony Barlock. Jade Barlock. Bebo. With distinction, Narissa Bebo. With distinction, Kenzie Behrens. Jasmine Boha. Justin Borassa. With distinction, Charlie Brooks. Carson Brooks. Kelsey Brown. With distinction, Gordon Burns. Jessica Case. Hannah Kalababa. With great distinction, Rebecca Carroll. With distinction, Desiree Karstensen. With great distinction, Jules Roel Seniza. With distinction, Austin Chase. With great distinction, Angela Chernick. Jessica Chow. With great distinction, Dana Coffey. Jessa Coloness. With great distinction, Rowena Cuento. Sear. Blue Sear. Deleu. With great distinction, Maria Deleu. With great distinction, Melinda DeMars. Hope Dennis. Riley Desautel. With distinction, Amanda Diamond. Anna Dixon. Drew Dodds. Dory. With great distinction, Carly Dory. Drager. With distinction, Eden Drager. Duchak. Casey Duchak. With distinction, Brendan Easton. With distinction, Peyton Elberg. Mackenzie Evans. Fayant. Braden Fayant. Jesse Fayant. Lila. With distinction, Lila Ferozden. Flower. Flower? Flare. Kyler Flair. With distinction, Nicholas Flynn. Cameron Ford. Cassandra Ford. With great distinction, Trinity Fuzik. With great distinction, Tammy Gale. Geddes. With great distinction, Emily Geddes. Kiara. Kiara Gorski. Devin Grimsrud. With distinction, Lynette Goodrien. Carlin Hadjistravopoulos. Nailed it. Jordan Hanna. With distinction, Haley Harris. Hessen. Safa Hessen. Dustin Hogan. Emma Hills. With distinction, Tori Holstein. With great distinction, Allie Howden. With great distinction, Delaney Hertzak. With great distinction, Lily Jackson. With great distinction, Heather Jensen. With distinction, Leanne Johnner Gooding. With distinction, Kate Johnson. With great distinction, Amanda Johnston. With the T. Lauren Johnston. With distinction, Morgan Carmen Daly. With distinction, Jasmine Kaur. With distinction, Grace Kellen. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology, Hannah Clausen. Alicia Klein. Caitlin Kotz. With great distinction, Arella Hassan Kozmaki. With distinction, Castor Kreller. With great distinction, Tiara Kurtz. With distinction, Benjamin Lafond. Trey Lefebvre. Aaliyah Laney. With distinction, Kelly LeMay. Tracy Lugood. Braden Lovas. Also receiving Inclusive Education Certificate, Brooklyn Lowenberger. Callie Lombard. Taylor Lundgren. With distinction, Mark Macabeo. Georgia Mann. With great distinction, Christine Marks. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology with distinction, McKenna Martin. Carlos Martinez. Thomas Mattis. With great distinction, Ethan McAlpin. Rhiannon McClelland. Trinity McMurchie. Carrie McNabb. Chelsea Merck. Skyanne Michael. With great distinction, Christopher Miller. Sarah Miller. Tulane. With great distinction, Tulane Mills. Taylor Moore. Alyssa Mariglod. With distinction, Bilal Niazi. With distinction, Kate Nickel. Indica Oberding. Ainsley Orobko. B. Pei. Aiden Penny. With distinction, Sarah Peterson. With great distinction, Emily Phillips. With great distinction, Ashley Powell. Jinhao Pugh. With distinction, Selena Ramirez. Brady Renaz. Jenna Rhodes. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology, Riley Richards. With great distinction, Laura Roberts. Kayla Robertson. Maya. Also receiving a Bachelor of Kinesiology, Maya Rogers. With great distinction, Robert Rooney. With distinction, Kasia Rosescu. With distinction, Amaya Sanchuk. With distinction, Kiara Sandbeck. With distinction, Jacqueline Sandham. Kendra Saworski. With great distinction, Landon Shira. Schmeiser. With distinction, Jerome Schmeiser. Bennett Schultz. With great distinction, Tiana Seaman. Kansas Selinger. With great distinction, Maria Salivanova. Jonathan Shirley. With distinction, Alexi Soronis. Jada Smith. Mayan. With distinction, Mayan Strong. With great distinction, Danielle Taylor. With distinction, Peyton Tegstrom. Dallas Thody. Sarah Thompson. Maggie Tomlin. With distinction, Chinea T. With great distinction, Iram Umar. Jack Valence. With distinction, Jules Vandenberg. With distinction, Alexa Watterson. Kira Williams. Ashley Winter. With great distinction, Melissa Wood. Elise Woodard. Jada Wright. Alia Yanko. With distinction, great distinction, Taylor Zeller. Bachelor of Indigenous Education. With distinction, Charmaine Ballantyne. Morgan Belgard. With distinction, Kaylee Donovan. Amelia Friday. Elizabeth Head. With great distinction, Holly Hillier. Shayna MacArthur. Rebecca Pollock. With distinction, Shania Thomas. Certificate in Inclusive Post-Secondary Education, Jameson Nair. Eminent Chancellor, I present Emma Metz. Emma is receiving a Bachelor of Education with great distinction. Emma is also the recipient of the following Convocation Awards: the Faculty of Education Dean's Medal, which recognizes the achievements of an outstanding graduate in the faculty receiving a first degree, and the Saskatchewan Teachers Federation Award, which is awarded to the most distinguished student in the Faculty of Education graduating with a first degree. With great distinction, Emma Metz. Join us, please, in congratulating our graduates from the Faculty of Education.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Dean Dr. Philip Choi, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science through the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science. Mazen Abid. Mina Ugulaband. Akila Ashokan. Briabella Bula. Shema Dabiri. Mason Dick. Jackson Exner. Madison French. With distinction, April Getty. Yosan Gebre Newat. Ethan Goski. Dade Grimalowski. With great distinction, Bryden Haroff. Aaron John. Joshua Huve. David Kalu Ume. Jenna Kautz. Isaac Kidd. Mason Lakuziak. Pranav Mukesh. With distinction, Morgan Muchler. Kam Si Yochuwu Obasi. With great distinction, Cameron Ayler. Tolani Oki Steve. Gonzalo Osoriro Yupanki. Jessica Paduyan. Michael Paulsich. J. Chandrakant Patel. Maxwell Ray. Levi Redekop. Dylan Ryan. With great distinction, Sanya Sami. Sarah Schatz. Denzel Sameh. Seda Fariha Shakil. Dimitro Stepnyuk. Robo Tinsu. Alvin John Tolentino. With great distinction, Osasenga Aga Uhumwangsgo. With distinction, Eric Voss. Saeed Zulfikar. Jauna Zhang. Eminent Chancellor, I present Carson Leischner. Carson is receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Environmental Systems Engineering with great distinction. Carson is also the recipient of the President Donald O. Wells Medal in Engineering, which is awarded at Spring Convocation to an outstanding student graduating with a major in Environmental Systems Engineering and intending to pursue a Master's of Applied Science in Engineering at the University of Regina. With great distinction, Carson Leischner. Eminent Chancellor, I present Emily Frostad. Emily is receiving a Bachelor Applied Science in Electronic Systems Engineering with great distinction. Emily is also the recipient of the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science Dean's Medal, which recognizes the achievements of an outstanding graduate in the faculty receiving a first degree. With great distinction, Emily Frostad. Join us in congratulating our graduates from the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Doyenne Dr. Sophie Godet, excusez-moi, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving bachelor degrees, diplomas, and certificates through La Cite Université Francophone. Bachelor of Arts. Xander Beimer Bulani. With distinction, join us in congratulating our graduates from La Cite Université Francophone. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Dean Dr. David Dick, I present to you the following graduates who are receiving bachelor degrees and certificates through the Faculty of Media, Art, and Performance. Bachelor of Arts, Rain Fitz. Mackenzie Forseth. Isabel Marie Garcia Mondesi. Callista Haraki Smith. Ashley Ireland. Joanna Noel Katibak. With great distinction, Jessie Livingstone. With distinction, Alexa Moldovan. Peter Siapno. Harjot Singh. Natasha Sarada. With great distinction, Rayanne Westerman. Bachelor of Fine Arts. With great distinction, Cypress Babcock. Caitlin Bott. With distinction, Annika Danielson. Brendan Denomi. Danny Fink. Sydney Gale. With great distinction, Julianne Hamon Fafard. With distinction, Claire Hennenberg. Mercury Cap. With distinction, Hallie Lang. With distinction, Crystalline LaSalle. Aliyah Lerat. Namsang Limbu. Andrew Nickel. With distinction, Slate Prefontaine. With distinction, Nikte Racines Lane. With distinction, Chansung Rowe. With great distinction, Emily Sorensen. With great distinction, Sang Tan. Also receiving a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, with great distinction, Hope Van Vliet. With distinction, Sophia Williams. Bachelor of Music, Gabriel Aguilar. Elijah Plamondon. Xavier Russell McLean. Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Visual Arts, Gordon Blackmore. Advanced Certificate in Studio Arts, Debbie Hooper. Certificate in Media, Art, and Performance, Ikemested Abiabiaka. Lexi Draper. Anne-Marie Rouault-Shadid. Ulu Wat Imigelein Saij. Eminent Chancellor, I present Samantha Liamzon. Samantha is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Creative Technologies with great distinction through Campion College. Samantha is also receiving the W.A. Riddell Award in Media Art and Performance, which is awarded to the most distinguished graduate in the faculty. With great distinction, Samantha Liamzon. Eminent Chancellor, I present Solveig Hovdestad. Solveig is receiving a Bachelor of Music in Performance with great distinction. Solveig is also the recipient of the Faculty of Media Art and Performance Dean's Medal, which recognizes the achievements of an outstanding graduate in the faculty receiving a first degree. With great distinction, Solveig Hovdestad. Join us in congratulating our graduates from the Faculty of Media, Art, and Performance.
Congratulations once again to all of today's graduates. Platform party dignitaries and guests, let's give a round of applause to the spring graduating class. And that's 2 hours. Called it. For those who are now able, please rise for the departure of the platform party and special guests.
Wait, am I in the way? Okay. Just stay here. Okay, I'll find you some smiling graduates now.
Guests, I want to thank you all for joining us today. I would ask that you please be patient while the graduates continue to exit the venue. Before you make your way down the bleacher stairs, feel free to have a seat for a few minutes. I do hope you take time to look around campus, take some photos with your graduates, enjoy further celebration, and the president and many of the deans will be available in the atrium for photo opportunities as well. This concludes our ceremony. Please have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.